Yes.
And what's your early assessment of Burnley as the first opponent Antonio?
Yeah, Burnley is a good team. It's a really good team. Last season, they had a good season, and for sure we have to pay great attention tomorrow. The first game, and in this moment, for sure, we are facing different problems. But we must be ready. We must be ready and to try to find, try to do our best tomorrow.
What are the different problems that you're facing? Have you got any team news?
Yeah. I have a news, and Pedro is not available tomorrow because he's suffering. He's suffering from an injury during the Arsenal game. He wasn't able to recover from this injury.
What is the injury?
A knock in his ankle.
Is there going to be an opportunity for Antonio Rudiger, your new signing, to make a debut this weekend?
Yeah, could be. Also because there isn't Moses tomorrow, because Moses will miss for one game, and could be an opportunity to start the game for Rudiger.
Have you been impressed with him?
Yeah. I've been impressed because he's a good player, and he's strong physically, and he has good personality, good technique, and I'm very happy.
Finally from me, are you optimistic about Gary Cahill as the new club captain and going into this new season, galvanising this team?
About Cahill?
Cahill is captain.
He's captain, yeah.
Confident about him being the captain?
Yeah, I think this choice was a natural choice, because Gary have played for this club for many years. He won a lot with this club. I think that it's right to make this decision, and I'm happy for this.
Lots of people are talking about Chelsea. Alan Shearer said this week that something's brewing, which isn't nice. Arsene Wenger doesn't seem to have much sympathy with your squad size because of the number of loan players. What is your message to the people that are talking about Chelsea?
My message is that I'm not looking for sympathy of any coaches for this situation. This is my message, and I think that the situation is clear, and I stop. I'm not looking for sympathy of the other coaches, and if the club decided to send on loan the players for their development, is because these players are not ready to play for Chelsea.
Yes, Liam.
Antonio, you've had slightly less time to work with Alvaro Morata as some of the other new signings, and he's been talking about adapting to your instructions.
Yeah.
How confident are you that he would be ready to, say, start this weekend if required?
It's normal for me, and also for the players that start to work with me. They need time. They need time to adapt to our style of football, and it's normal this. And Alvaro is working very well and is improving a lot in these last 10 days. His physical condition is starting to understand what I want about him during the game. But for sure, he needs time. He needs time to understand, to
Pep, you mentioned the recent deals with Neymar, presumably, and Mbappe, we think, and the prices. What do you think about that, first of all, as a manager of an elite club? And secondly, what difference do you think that will make to clubs like yours when you're trying to buy the last couple of players that you need to finish before 31st of August?
The last part of the question, sorry.
How will what happened with Neymar affect
Yeah.
what you're doing in terms of the prices as you try to get the last couple
Yeah,
of
I
players?
think it's of course sooner or later that is going to finish. So it's unsustainable. So, for example, I don't know. With hopefully next season I'll be here, and we are not going to spend how we spent that season. I assure you that, because by that season we finished contract 5-6 players. The last 6-7 years, Manchester City never bought fullbacks. We didn't have fullbacks, and we have to buy fullbacks. And we buy 3, and the market is so demanding right now for all the teams around the world, not just for Manchester City. So I think it started a little bit when Madrid started with Cristiano with 96, and after Bale with 100. So we make that gap. Everything went more expensive. Now with Neymar make the other point. So, but it's going to finish. So it's unsustainable that, and of course, next season, for the next 3-4 years, Manchester City is going to buy 1, 2, maybe 3 players, but not going to buy what happened that season. But we needed to do that because it was one of the oldest teams in Europe, not just in the Premier League, and we had to change it. And if we are not able with that players to define, we have to find a solution. But not is no solution is changing player every season. That's not. That group of the players we're going to see that season is going to stay for a long time here in Manchester City. Going to change maybe one important player. It depends of the we're going to sell. But most of the players, with the strikers we have, with Sergio, with Rush, with Leroy, with Gabriel, with Bernardo Silva, all of them, they're so young. They're going to stay for the future. It's the same for the midfield players, except maybe holding midfielders. The fullbacks are young, with Mendy, with Kyle, with Danilo. All of them, they have 26, 22, 23. So John Stones is young. So all of them is. So that is going to happen in next season. So, but the market is what it is. So now it's like this, but sooner or later it's going to finish.
In the past, you've said that you felt far greater pressure when you were at Barcelona. People are saying that you need to win something this season. Are you feeling any more pressure, or are you still?
The same pressure I had last season. So we are here for win the games in titles. We don't win the games, maybe will not be anymore, but it was the last season too. But the big fail now, it takes 1 week in football. The second week, the people take a new enthusiasm for the next season, for the next games. So it's never a big problem that. So I am honest with my job. So and I will do my best like it been like season. And after the club decides it's not able, we're going to take a solution. But I feel the same pressure I had in Barcelona when we arrived in the last season. So when the people said in the first press conference, the second one, we are the favorites. So the people say that, we have to deal with that, we have to handle of that. We're going to see at the end of the season what happened, knowing how difficult it is. So every game is complicated. I realized last season, and that is going to happen this season too.
Hi Pep. Are Mendy and Gundogan going to be fit for the start of the season? And
No.
if not, when do you expect them to be available?
I think soon, but not for this game.
Do you think you need to win something this season?
Always in my life, I try to win. When I play with my son and when play with my wife, I try to win. I am so competitive. And I think after on the end you can you can win or not, or when achieve the level that you need to win. But we are so competitive, so ambitious, and I think it's a big challenge for us to make Tottenham a winning team, to build a strong mentality for challenge the big size like a United City that they are spending a lot of money to try to create a winning team. And when you see our philosophy and the way that we work, I think it's so exciting. Why not to try to win in different way that the other clubs believe that is completely different than us, but that is all about to be unique, to try to be strong, not have doubt when the people around us is have some doubt or are nervous, and we are so calm and relaxed, and then we'll see what happens, and we will assess on the end of the season if we were right or not.
Just a question about the game on Sunday, and the last time you went to Newcastle was the last day of 2 seasons ago when Spurs lost 5-1. Simon says it's the angriest he's ever seen you after the game. Hopefully you'll
be... It was only 1 year ago, eh?
Yeah.
2 seasons, but it was 1 year.
Yeah, exactly.
13,
you'll hopefully have happier
months.
memories this Sunday, but you remember that day very clearly, I imagine.
Yes, I remember very well. It's a good opportunity. It's a big motivation for us to go there and try to win. It's sure that it will be a completely different game because it's another season and of course different, but the same motivation for them because it's the first game after back from the championship, and they have a great manager, Rafa Benitez, and with good player and very motivated team to play against us. But in the same way for us, I think we are so motivated to play there and try to win. That is our big challenge.
Just very final question from me. Harry Kane is 1 goal away from scoring 100 goals for Spurs. Just try to put into context, in such a short career, what an achievement that is.
No, massive achievement, and I think Harry is one of the best strikers on the world. It's true that it's boring when I repeat, and he's boring sometimes. I say, "Oh, Rafa, please move on," because always you say the same. But I think he's fantastic, fantastic professional. He's a professional with all the words, the letras, ¿cómo se dice letras? Yes, with all, right? But I think it's fantastic. We hope that Sunday we'll score the.
It'd be great to have a team of 11
Yes.
Harry Kanes.
Sorry?
It'd be great to have a team of 11 Harry Kanes. Thank you.
You say that Danny has apologised and now it's all over and you're prepared to forgive him, but it's been disruptive, hasn't it, the last couple of days? Been disruptive for the other players?
No, but there was more outside, the club. On the club, the players were very calm and we were very calm, and sometimes you understand some frustration for some player, and sometimes on the end it's always was his opinion that, and then he understood that maybe need to apologize us, and I think that is very good for him and for the club. No, I forgive that. I forgive that, and for me it's move on. And now he need to be focused and try to get fit as soon as possible, and try to help the team.
In a way, do you prefer your players to be open like that and say what they believe, or would you rather they just come and knock on your door and tell you?
Sorry?
Like Danny has come out and said what he thinks this week. Do you welcome that? Do you see that as a positive from him, or would you rather he just came and...
It's so difficult for me to judge every single opinion. I think everyone have their opinion. The fans, yourself, and us, and him. And I respect all the opinion, but I understand that I'm in Tottenham, and then when Daniel Levy made the offer to me to invite me to come here, and no one forced me to sign the contract. It's like for the player, no?